Alright, so the stream is running, so I've made this little mission because I want to go fly in that area here where there's a nice little canyon. I won't be flying the whole way through it, but I will have like a little bit of a low level flying within this area. And at waypoint 2 here I'm going to pop up, get to my IP position, then I'll dive towards the targets to shoot some AAA with my Mavericks. And then what I'll do is I'll probably do another pass with bombs in the center somewhere there. There's an early warning radar system that's been installed after some enemies have captured a friendly base there, and probably around that same time there's a friendly that's going to come in to bomb. And then I'll probably do like a third pass with guns to shoot on some remaining vehicles or parked helicopters, and then egress and fly back to base. So pretty simple flight, but just to have like a nice early morning mission flying low in the F4. So hopefully you'll enjoy. That big red circle we saw up north on the map, it's an SA-3, so I'll have to stay out of the range of that, but we should be okay with most of the mission. We can see in the background there the parked helicopter. So there, that's what it's gonna look like. Few troops around it. Load the textures. Looks good. Let's hit fly. Turn the mirrors on. So this is going to be my plane for this flight. So I've set it up there like just out of the hangar, getting ready to get on the runway there. 1-5 is going to be my active runway. Some of the things I like to do ahead of time for the bombs, I'm going to set that to tail. And I did a little bit of testing earlier, and I think my spacing wasn't quite right, so I'm going to try something maybe more like this. Set the quantity to 6. For now we're going to stay on TV, put that on direct, and get those two things on. And what that'll do is it'll start the 3-minute warm-up for the Mavericks. And for the rest, I think we're pretty much all good. I think I've already preset the radio so that I can call the tower.
Infield 4, request startup. Infield 4, request taxi to runway.
Alright, so we're going to taxi to runway 15.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this.
Just there's looking forward to flying, I guess. One of the other things maybe I could do before takeoff is set my reticle for the Mavericks. Go. So we'll set it to air to ground. Roughly to 45 position. Or is it 42? I think it's 42. And this I could also set to TV. I'm gonna have a blank screen for now, but I know there's no enemy fighters that are going to show up for this one. It's mostly a ground attack mission I built pretty quick. We'll just pretend that friendly forces have kept the enemy fighters in another area, so they're busy elsewhere. Alright, let's go.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg. 80 knots. 100 knots. Blast up. Gears moving.
Trying to make interesting visuals like that in the morning.
Gear up.
Just gonna try to see here. Mountains. Okay, I want to set myself up to go there. So let's just follow the flight plan. It looks like it's bringing me where I need to go. I want to get close to that mountain. Stay fairly low. So we'll start flying low at this time. I think close to the mountain here, there's somewhere where there's an antenna. Yeah, I see the antenna there. That's my sort of visual to know I'm heading in the right direction, more or less. Pedals. You see the lights are still on, so if we want to be stealthy, I guess we should turn those off. It's, autopilot didn't want to turn on. Now it's on. Have to go to the back here, get those off. Off. There we go. A little bit stealthier like that. And it will be even stealthier if we fly low. That's the whole fun of the mission.
Steering updated to next turn point.
So those lights we see in the distance, we're just past the lake near Tiberias, which is there. It's like the border area right there in front of us. So we'll fly a little bit inside that canyon. Just to keep us masked from the radars from the enemy. There's an SA-3 that could spot us, and we're trying to surprise an early warning radar site, so might as well stay off of what could alert them that there's somebody in the area. Those fences and lights at the border. Brightness on the HUD. Not really a HUD, it's more of a reticle than anything else. Okay, so distance is 4 miles. I hit something? I think I hit something. Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's go check. Very curious. I think I might have hit something with my wing. I couldn't control it anymore. So we're gonna say quit. We're gonna say watch track. Oh, but then I'll have to watch the whole thing just to get to the end. I don't know. Maybe we'll skip that part. Would be nice if we had like one of those replay features where you can set the time to where you want it to be. Yeah, this is gonna take forever even if I speed it up. Yeah, let's forget about that. Quit and restart. Sorry about that. I thought I was flying a little bit higher. That's one of the things I've found in the F4 is that when you're looking at it in the outside view, it doesn't look that dark, but when you're in the cockpit, everything outside looks super dark. So maybe I didn't see a tree or a power line or something, but when you saw the plane spin, it's because I was trying to get it to turn the other direction, but it's like it wasn't responding anymore, so I must have hit a ground object, a tree, or whatever it was. So it's part of the fun of flying at low level, but wasn't expecting that. Let's just remove that so we can see this area better. We're gonna need this later. We had set this for tail. We're gonna turn these two on. We're gonna go direct, start the timer. Earlier I forgot to do that. And for the rest I think we'll be okay. Set the reticle. There. Okay, so tower.
Infield 4, request startup. Infield 4, request taxi to runway.
This is the best job in the world. Let's do it.
Why not, Jester? Probably should have saved that replay though. That way I could have known.
All right, tell me. Just how low are we going today? All right, how low was rudder?
So that darkness I was talking about, we see all those lights on the runway. Looks pretty bright, right? But look outside how much brighter it is. So it's like we have like a sort of a sunglasses tint in the front windows.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg.
I don't know. It's pretty dark.
80 knots. 100 knots. I feel like flying.
At least Jester's having fun.
Gears moving. Flaps up. Gear up.
Alright. So you get to see my loadout a little bit better now. The two Mavericks, the MK-82s with ballutes. That's why I've set the tail fuse on the bomb. So we're gonna turn here and dive for the ground. So we took off from Ramat David, and now we're going to head for the border. Trying to set rudders in a center position. So this time we'll fly low, but we'll try not to hit anything. Tower there. Oh, my autopilot doesn't seem to want to engage. Let's try to make it a neutral position. Now it's working. Okay. We'll get the lights off like we did earlier. We're good. Stealthy all around. And now let's dive into that little area here that's got a little bit of a depression, because we are trying to avoid radar.
Next turn point is updated.
Thank you, Jester. Heading for the canyon where we had a bit of a mishap earlier. We'll try to stay above the power lines and treetops. Maybe we'll fly a little bit higher some other day when the visibility is a bit better. But as I said, right now it looks really dark in front, but if you look like this, it doesn't look dark at all. So it's much darker in the cockpit. Of course, with the sun right in our faces, it might not be too bad. But as you fly low like this, you can hide from the sun too. So distance 3 miles, yeah. So probably like near the end of that straight line there, I'm gonna be doing my pop-up.
You got steering to the IP.
Steering to the IP, which is 5 miles. We're gonna give it full afterburner. Start gathering some speed.
5 miles to IP.
So 4 miles. Let's go straight up. You can see my Mavericks are armed. Gonna get the cover off.
There's 2 miles to IP.
And now on my left side here, I can see there's like fire there. That's where I'm gonna be going for my targets. That area there. And in the center of it all, that darker thing, that's the radar we're going to hit. And so we're passing the waypoint.
Bud, 9 o'clock. Okay, steering updated to the target point. SA3.
Okay, so we're heading for the target. Now I'm going to set my autopilot like this.
5 miles to target.
And I'm gonna zoom in. Looking for AAA, I think that's it. There we go. Next one. Zoom in. I think there's a BTR in there somewhere. There we go. So that's what
2
can
miles to
happen when
target.
you have perfect intel. We'll watch them blow. Boom. Boom. Okay, so that should take care
Point is
of
updated.
most of the AAA threat in that area. We still have some bombs to drop, so okay. Let's set ourselves up like that. Looks good. The autopilots didn't engage. There we go. Now I want to set this to bombs. We're going to stay on directs. We're going to set our quantity to 6. This probably will work at 2. So I'm going to give it some throttle again. Remove the autopilot. I'm going to change my reticle to 85. Which is where I like it when I'm dropping bombs at low altitude. And we'll switch to the center line where our bombs are. So there I can see some smoke and fire in the distance. I thought I did. Okay, there they are. Nope. Wrong target. There, okay. So I'm looking for the position where there's that radar. Okay, it's the darker thing there in the center. I'm gonna move a little bit to the left and then line up to the right. I want to pick up speed because I want to be flying at about 500 knots. And just recenter my view here. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, got a new bogey. Left 25 degrees, 6 miles. 3,500.
So speed is good, maybe a bit faster.
Positive IFF return. Target is a friendly.
So we have a friendly coming. This is our radar that we want to hit. Check if we hit with our bombs. Looks like we hit the right area. Oh yeah. And so, oh, that's the moon right there. No time for sightseeing. I'm gonna switch to my guns. And I think I saw a parked helicopter there, so switch to gun. Test the gun. Works. So they left their heliport lights on so we can see that green thing there. It looks like it's broadcasting its position as we see some secondary explosions close to our targets. So I'm gonna drop some flares as we approach, just in case somebody wants to shoot at us. And yet the one to the left here looks like it has a helicopter on it. So we're gonna strafe that area. That looks good. And there's a good fire there on the helipad. Is there anything else that I could shoot? I think we're just gonna be exiting out of here. So I'll dive right back down to the ground. You can see the SA-3 is on our 3 o'clock somewhere there, so we're sort of beaming it, and now that I'm going to be heading low to the ground, you won't be able to see me anymore. And we will return to base. crash into the ground again. As we go around the lake. As we catch a glimpse of the moon in the distance there. Guess it's pretty much a full moon.
Steering updated to next turn point.
Alright, so at this point we're pretty much back in friendly territory, so we can climb so that friendly forces don't think that we're a bandit trying to come into friendly territory. And we'll turn our lights back on. There we go. Nice bright plane. So we've got plenty of fuel. We could burn a little bit just for fun. When you give it throttle, this thing wants to go. Stabilize at 5,000 feet here. Now it's working.
I have a new bogey, right 40, 6 miles, 5,500. Positive ISS target is friendly.
Okay, so it's probably our friendly F-4. I'm guessing he's probably coming back to base as well.
In the field, 4, inbound.
So yeah, runway 15 will probably be this one here. So I'm going to try to position myself so I can get lined up with it. So we'll get the autopilots off. Looks good. Speed is 300. Gonna make a left turn. Get some air brakes on. Now we're below 250. Gonna get our flaps and gear down. Get some throttle.
gear, flaps, pressure, warning lights, anti-skid.
Ooh, the sun is just coming up as we almost touching down.
Yeah, when we first took off, we were badasses. Now we just have hard asses.
Jester doesn't like my landings. I thought it was a decent one. Wasn't my best for sure, but wasn't the worst one. It's always nice when we make it back in one piece and we don't crash because we're trying to fly too low. So you can see we still got that big chute there in the back. Always wait until I'm on the taxiway to release it like this. There you go. No more parachute now. Looks like there's a dude there waiting for us next to a Jeep. Maybe he wants to debrief us. Try not to decapitate him, but I'll just turn my plane around right here. That way, if they need to bring it back into the garage, have a look at it, they'll be able to do so a bit more easily. Looking pretty good like that, with the sun coming up. So the second time around was a little bit more fun than the first when we crashed, but I guess we managed to do something with this. So let's do our lazy shutdown.
Roger.
Go check if the stream is still going well. Yeah, it seems to be.
Wheel chocks in.
We've got our wheel chocks. And the plane's gonna slowly power down, I guess, and so hopefully you enjoyed the little flight. Alright, so that's it for this one. Oh, I can hear another jet. He's coming into land. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now. I might do another one later. I've got like an Afghanistan mission where I went like in 1980s style with 3 different types of Russian aircraft. So we'll see what we can do with that. So for now, I'm gonna be out of here. Cool hand out.